Spencer, how are you?
I am fantastic. I'm on tour right now. My debut album's out.
Nice.
In His Mania, it's out.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Woo!
Is there a sigh of relief that happens when the album's officially out?
Yes, I mean that's almost 3 years of work. And I've been doing music for almost 10 years. It's my debut album, my first album ever. So it's really it's an incredible feeling to have that out, because that's something that I've always wanted to. I've had an EP, I've had singles, but an album is like something serious. And I posted a video a couple months ago that I found deep in my archives that was like me in 2020 with Caden was filming me, and I just like happened to say like, you know what, I'm making an album. I'm gonna make an album. And 3 years later, it's out and it's in the world, and I couldn't be more proud.
What is the most tedious part of putting together an album?
Surprisingly, not the writing and the production. It's like every version of the song, because when you get into like the nitty gritty, it's like turn it up 2 BPM, make it a little bit faster, and then you change the key, but then you change it back, and it's like there's 2 years of that, and then you get mixes back, and you're like, oh, that I don't want to say that line anymore. I'm gonna go back and change it, and there's so much of that. It's insane.
I thought that as an artist, which would be a crazy thought, but this is how it plays out in my head. When you put something out, right, or you record a song, I thought that most artists would be done with it. I'm not going back to touch it. This is what it is.
I mean, some probably are.
Mhm.
Like there are probably a lot of people that do that and aren't perfectionists, and I kind of wish I wasn't, because half the stuff doesn't matter that much. Like it's like change a snare sound, but every time that I hear that played, I'm just thinking about, man, I should change that snare sound, or like that should be louder, that thing should be louder. So I've turned into that weird guy who like is obsessed with like sonics and like stuff, sounding okay, and it's gonna be the death of me. And that's fine.
No, not necessarily.
Well,
You
we don't
just-
know.
No, what? How do you think it's going to happen? You are in the studio one day, and all of a sudden, you like change something. You hit your head, and you're
No,
out.
no. I'm gonna combust.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my head's gonna be fine.
I mean, what a way to go, though.
Honestly,
I mean, it's easy.
it's the artist's way to go.
right?
Yeah,
That or pills.
yeah, but I'm past 27, so I'm fine.
Oh,
No, I'm
yeah.
not in the club.
You know what's interesting? I had one friend, and my sole mission in life throughout his whole 27th year is to keep him alive.
Yeah.
Because he always talks about the whole 27 club and stuff like that. And I'm like, my whole mission while you're 27 is to make sure that you're good.
Yeah, because you could get obsessed with it, and you're like, well, the 27 club, like it makes sense. But yeah, especially if you're an artist.
He was super obsessed with it.
But he's not 27 anymore.
No, he's like 30 something now.
Hell yeah, he did it.
Tell me about the tour.
The tour, first of all, I can't. This is like the headline tour of dreams. Before I announced it, I really didn't know. They gave me this routing, and the venues were really big, and I was like, hey guys, is this a mistake? Because these are the House of Blues and like really big places that I've opened for people at. And the pre-sale went up, and like half the shows sold out, and then we had to go up in venue sizes, and it was just like I could not and still can't believe it. It's really, really, really mind-blowing. I'm just so lucky, because that's the thing that I love performing live the most.
Mhm.
And I love when people sing the words back to me and I connect with them, and like I always say I'll never have to do drugs if I could get that. Like that's like the ultimate high. And it's just insane. It's incredible.
Can you do me a favor? Can you try to explain to me, how does it feel? Because this is something that I feel like I'm never going to go through. Like when you are singing a song,
Mhm.
something that you wrote, you're on stage, people are singing it back to you. How does that feel as an artist in that given moment?
I mean, like truly euphoric. Like actually, like it almost feels like it's larger than yourself, if that makes any sense. It feels like we're doing this thing together. This is like a movement in a really cool way. Yeah, it's like it's the ultimate feeling. Like I said, like that's like a drug. Like that's insane. And to be able to give someone that gift too, you know, like whatever that music means to them or whatever that lyric means to them, or just that feeling of like being at a concert and being like, this is the connection I wanted.
Hmm.
I feel like I'm like talking about crystals.
No,
Connections.
no, absolutely not. But I get it though. Like I 100% get it. Think about the journey of a song, right? Think about how wherever you're at, maybe you're writing it on a tour bus, maybe you're writing it in your bedroom.
I've never written anything on a tour bus. I don't think I'll ever write anything on a tour bus. I'm so damn tired on the tour
Really?
bus. Yeah. But I can't sleep when it's moving. So I'm just like laying there awake, like on the way from San Diego to Phoenix, 4 a.m., just watching deep For You page stuff about parking lot fights on TikTok. And
Right.
yeah.
But back to the journey, right?
I'm sorry.
So you're right.
I was really like, there was this one night that I was like, this is horrible. So
Can
sorry.
you not fly?
I can fly, but I can't sleep when I fly.
Neither can I.
Yeah.
I don't know what it feels like.
You ever get one of those fancy business class seats?
Yeah,
Then you can
I still
sleep.
can't sleep.
Really?
Yeah, and I don't know why.
Not
I'm gonna
enough
get back
wine?
to the story, the song story in a second, but
Yeah.
let's go down the tangent. You know, it feels like how you feel on a tour bus for me.
Do you are you scared of flying a little bit?
No.
Okay.
But I do feel like if something happens, I have to step in and like take control. Although I probably would not even be able to get in the cockpit.
Yeah.
But I feel like I would be the one that would like to step in and be like, I got this. I've watched enough plane videos. I know this is the landing gear. I know the screws turn the plane.
Oh,
like no one's in there actually like with the plane. They have knobs that take it up and take it down and stuff like that.
You played
So I
enough
feel
Flight Simulator.
Right. So I feel like I can do it. So I think that's why I can't sleep. And if I do sleep, it's terrible sleep.
Yeah. It's like half a movie, kind of like,
Yeah.
you just got to drink enough wine to where you just.
That happened one time and I almost felt like I had to pass out. Have you ever felt like you had to pass out on a plane?
Yeah. Well, and from that same thing too, I had some bourbons and I didn't realize that I had like 3 of them.
Yeah, you got to drink water.
Yeah. And you also get like drunker when you're in the sky. So like, I was like, wow, I am really toasted right now. Way more than I want to be. But I had the same thing. I was like, am I going to start sweating? I was like, am I going to pass out?
I had to go to the bathroom and put like water on my face. That's how bad it was.
You had to put that gross airplane water all over your face?
Yeah, that what do you call it? Refilled? Not
Recycled.
Yeah, recycled water.
Yeah.
Back to the journey of a song.
Yeah.
So you ever think about like you writing the song, right? And just the way how a song travels.
Uh-huh.
Writing a song, tweaking the song, recording the song, tweaking the song some more, recording the song.
Oh, yeah.
You on stage singing a song, and the audience is listening to the song.
Yeah. And then the song living on for years. It's crazy. Like, I didn't even think of calling it like a journey like that. It's exactly what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And there's so many tweaks and versions and stuff. There's a song on my album that's from 2019 that I wrote over like an electric guitar, like a dwindling slow song. And now it's this crazy song. It's out. It's called Flower, but it's this crazy, like epic, massive song. And then I'm gonna do it live, and then it's and then it just lives on for forever, and then it turns into people's memories, which is kind of trippy, kind of crazy to think about.
I tell people all the time, you don't find songs, songs find you.
Yeah, totally, absolutely. I have a lot of songs like that,
and I think it's really interesting right now that people will put out a song, and it's years before it blows up. So it's not even an instant thing anymore. You have to really be patient with it.
Yeah, I think that's why I'm enjoying this journey, and especially the last like year so much, is because I've kind of stepped away from doing music for like numbers or like streams or stuff, and I've sort of started like doing it for what I love, which is touring and connecting to people. And as soon as I kind of like let go of that other stuff, it just falls into place. This is why I do it.
So how does TikTok come into play? Because when I first met you, TikTok wasn't a thing.
Not really, no.
Right. And it's like, how did you make the correlation to say to yourself, all right, let me get on TikTok and see what this is all about? Was it 2020?
Yeah. That was really, I was one of the people who put up a fight against it. And it was like, the whole like idea of like, if you're a real artist, you don't need to be on TikTok. And then I remember my example was Bruno Mars, and then Bruno Mars is on TikTok, and I was like, I have no excuse anymore. Like, I There is no real artist thing. Like this is a tool, especially right now. So I kind of got on and did it for a minute, and then did it for a minute. It rhymed. And then I had a video that I like posted this video, and I tried to do all these trends, right? Like all the things that were kind of popping off. And then I did a cover of and so awake in the morning and I step outside. Not an old song from the early 90s. Because I liked it. And I woke up and it had like 1.2 million views, and I was like, why this? And that was like honestly a huge part. And I was like, okay, cool. So people like when I'm being myself. Cool. So I started doing that more, and then it just started working, and it really worked as a tool. And then it was a very cool thing, and that I still use as a tool now. And I'm grateful for everybody who's found me on there. And if you come up to me at Trader Joe's and say you like my TikToks, I love it. I think it's awesome.
First couple of TikToks, were you doing it begrudgingly?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, it was just like the whatever dance or trend it was. I wasn't even singing. Like I was just doing the thing. And then I would try to sing, and I would sing like Bored in the House or whatever was popping in April 2020. And then yeah, people just want to see you, be yourself, and do what you love to do, and they'll connect with it or they won't connect with it. But there's 7 billion people in the world or something like that. So maybe, 100,000 of them will, or 1 million of them will.
You know what's interesting? The fact that people talk about all the time, like, what can I do to be popping on TikTok? What can I do to grow my Instagram? And I think people really want authenticity.
Yeah, I think when you approach it with like, how can I go viral? Every time I've approached like that, the video has flopped hard, because I think people can tell when you're trying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you can. Like if you see someone, you're just like,
this is cringe.
This is whack. Like, yeah.
I think it would drive me a little crazy to know that I have 1 million followers on my phone just following me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that get in your head?
Yeah, I have some drafts that I should probably delete off TikTok that I don't want to accidentally post. So
why?
I don't know, because they're embarrassing.
What? No. What? I guess what were the things that you were?
I have like 900 drafts. I just do TikToks whenever,
mm-hmm.
and some are just rough, and I just have never deleted them because I'm a storage hoarder. I don't want to get rid of stuff.
Like pack rat.
I mean, how many photos do I have in my phone? It's got to be unbelievable.
I have 18,000.
Do you want to know how many this is?
23.
56,000.
Or are you just in the mirror taking selfies?
A lot, yeah. Yeah, I have a fair amount. You got to pick one out of the 100 to.
Hey, that's how it goes.
Yeah.
Do me a favor and tell me about Jealousy.
Oh, Jealousy. Jealousy is one of my favorite songs in the album. I wanted to make a song that was like an arena 80s giant anthem, but if it was made in 2023, like if Don't Stop Believing was made in 2023,
mm-hmm.
I wanted to make like that version, but a little more pop. And yeah, I'm so proud of that one. I think it's one that goes insane on stage. People like love singing along to that song. We had a good time producing it too. I played some drums on it, I played some guitar on it, played some bass on it, and I'm not a drummer at all. So we had to do a lot of editing. But in the chorus, there's these like big claps. And to get claps to sound like they're in an arena, you have to do them like 1,000 times or something. So we took the mic outside and like all three of us like clapped around the mic and did that like 20 times and went inside and did it. And then we clapped different ways and different distances. And it really came out cool. That's something I like doing in the music, is like, whether it's gang vocals or choir stuff or claps, it's cool to like make it sound like it's something it's not. And that song I'm super proud of.
You know what's interesting? The fact that you can do so many things in the studio.
Yeah, it's wild.
I don't think people understand like what can you do in the studio. Can you make a choir out of 3 people in the studio?
Yeah, I made a choir out of just me before. It takes me singing that part like 85 times. And I love doing, like, the way that I do it is I sing in my voice. Then I sing in, like, I have these characters. I have, like, drunk guy. I have, like, far away screaming guy. I have guy that sings out of the left. I have choir lady. I have like all these people, and then I do them like 5 times each, and then it turns into this like actual choir. It's pretty insane. And then, but when you have other people, you can do it. 33.33333% less.
Are you just like, yeah, clearly, because you don't have to bring out all the alter egos.
Yeah, but I like bringing them out sometimes.
Sometimes you have to.
They're fun.
Right.
They're fun.
Are you labeling the vocals on top of each other?
Like
doing this?
Oh yeah, yeah, totally. I call them literally those names.
Really? All right,
Choir
bring in
lady.
choir lady.
Yeah,
Bring in drunk guy.
100%. Drunk guy. Surprisingly, drunk guy makes the choruses huge because if it's like love, he goes love, and it helps it feel like live. And then he's drunk all the time.
Well, I think when you're in a choir, you have somebody like that who just sings like at a a lower octave. Was that a lower octave?
Or just like kind of out of tune a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the same octave, but he's just a little sloppier.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, brother.
But it ends up working.
It does work. It totally makes it feel. It makes it feel like it's like there.
When you're not performing, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing for your day off?
Doing something to get ready to perform. Oh, you mean on tour?
Yeah.
Chilling, playing Tony Hawk. We have an Xbox in the bus, which is great. Sometimes we'll see a movie, but I like to try to find like a really nice gym and have like a great workout, maybe like steam room, do all that kind of stuff. And then we'll get dinner like somewhere cool, somewhere like if we're in Austin, we'll go to that barbecue spot, whatever's the one.
Franklin's.
Yeah, that or
Terry Black's.
Terry Black's. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
Or
Or like that kind of stuff, like Voodoo Donuts in Portland or wherever we are. I like that kind of travel touristy stuff.
I like immersing yourself in the city.
Yeah, it's fun. It's like we're only there for, whatever, a day.
And I claim the ATX is my hometown, so that's why I was able to like rattle that off.
Yeah, I was like,
yeah. Before you go to bed at
6th
night,
Street.
West? I'm not messing with Dirty Six. E6. Before you go to bed at night, right? You're laying down, you're about to fall asleep. What is the last thing on your mind?
Usually I do like a little prayer before I fall asleep, and I'm usually halfway through my prayer and I wake up and I never finished it. But other than that, probably just like, is my phone plugged in correctly, or is my alarm on? My that right before you fall asleep, that anxiety kicks in a little bit. Like, is everything good? Can I take a rest for a minute? Yeah, I can't nap, so it's a problem that we're trying to get fixed.
Oh, I'm a big napper.
Oh, I wish, man.
I will turn around and knock out and think nothing of it.
Every time I turn around.
Yeah, I take a nap. Are you doing everything that you dreamed of so far?
Beyond, which is really, really cool. Yeah, I haven't seen you in a minute, but I was in a movie, which is really far beyond my dreams. I really never expected that. And I think it was, my goal was to be able to tour the country and play for 100 people in each city. And when we got past that, I was like, man, this is just a dream. So I'm really trying to enjoy every part of it. I love this. I love coming in and talking to you and hanging out with you. And I love everything that I get to do. It's so cool. I was grinding and I'm still grinding, but I was grinding for so long, for 7-8 years, just trying to do anything and everything. And as I'm still the same way, it's just it's really cool to have some of the stuff that I've always dreamed about come true.
Do you think 10-year-old Spencer would be proud?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Some of my outfits for this tour with the tassels and the beads and the sparkles and the stars and stuff, because I'm a massive Elvis fan. And as a kid, I got a jumpsuit, with the tassels and stuff. And I wanted to wear that thing to Target. I wanted to wear that to Mazatlan, the Mexican restaurant we used to go to. I was never, my mom let me wear it sometimes, but that's what I wanted to wear every day. So I'd get to wear that stuff now. He'd be stoked.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Probably doesn't have the spiked hair that he wanted, but I don't have it now, but
maybe you should.
I know. Spike it in the front and gel it down flat.
What? When you go to, are you going to Nashville?
Oh,
I mean, no, not Nashville, Memphis.
I got to tell you about Memphis. I just went there and I sang at Elvis's house. Isn't that so crazy?
Get out of here. How was
Yeah.
Graceland?
Cried a lot.
Did you?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we were in there for 4 nights in a row. Like we went back. I sang at the tree lighting ceremony, and then they took us in there, and I got to do some crazy Elvis stuff. It was insane.
So did you meet Lisa Marie?
No, she wasn't there for the tree lighting.
Okay.
But she was going to be there for Elvis Week, which I'm going back for in August. Yeah, such a bummer.
I was about to say that's such a sad
So
story.
sad. Yeah, yeah.
Let us know, what are you working on next?
So I'm obviously promoting this album and touring. I hope to get back out on the road, and I have a whole bunch more new music already ready to go. That'll be coming out pretty shortly. So just going to be continuing to make people stream that music, and then I'm just going to keep touring and keep performing and keep trying to be in movies and living life and hanging out with you in here and also out of here.
Out in the show?
Yeah, at the show, but we should hang out in Studio City or Burbank or go
Let's do it.
Yeah, I would love to.
Casa Vega. Let's go.
Love going to Casa
I
Vega.
love the chips.
Yeah, that's a great place.
We'll do
Free
that.
chips are good.
When you come back, we'll do it.
I come back. Last show is here at the Belasco Theater in Los Angeles on April 27th. And
we'll have the homie hookup so we can get in.
Yeah, everybody's going to go.
Okay, cool.
As many people as you want to bring. It's a very big venue. It's scary. But yeah, that's the last show. And then the days following, we'll go to Casa Vega, and it'll be cool. You better be there too.
Oh, he's coming.
Good.
Spencer, is always a pleasure.
Thank you so much. It's always so much fun to be in here.
Thank you.
You're the best. Mwah!